And just the type of day that will make you want to get outdoors and do some early spring planting. And Cole Mangum is here from Bell Nurseries.
Yep.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. You supply the flowers for all of the area's Home Depots.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, and so right now, I know you guys have been affected by the fact that it's been so cold. So you're not doing so well in the spring flower department. We want to get folks jump started.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what we've had here today, this is kind of our early spring offering. All the stuff on the table is nice hardy annuals that can take a nice cool shot in the low 30s.
So these are things that we can put in the garden now?
Absolutely. So we've got pansies. Pansies are the best thing you can put in your yard right now. If the weather gets a little too cool, they'll be just fine. They'll bounce right back.
You have them in all kinds of colors?
Yeah, all kinds of colors. We have bigger pots, smaller pots. We have some planters and bigger pots up here.
Yeah, so if you don't know where you want to put them, you want to put some on your deck right now, too. That's where the planters would be good, out on your front porch, especially with Easter weekend, too.
Yeah.
A lot of folks want to brighten it up a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you have here in your corner right
So
here?
over here we've got some nice red geraniums. This is a nice big Good Friday item. Geraniums, something like this in a nice deck planter. If it does get down to the 32, 31 degree mark, you're going to want to bring that inside. 33 to 38, you're okay.
Okay, and this is
this right here is called this is called ranunculus. This is another cool season annual. It can take cooler temperatures, and will look just fine if it gets down to a real cold mark.
Now let's talk a little bit about the impatiens as we move on, because they're facing the downy mildew right now, and so a lot of nurseries aren't even going to sell them. You guys are going to sell them in a limited supply, is that right?
Yeah, so we've scaled back our production on the item. Downy mildew is kind of a foliar disease that once it affects the plant, there's really not anything you can do in your home garden. It's going to defoliate the plant in about 7 to 10 days, and it'll overwinter in the soil. And it's just kind of here to stay right now.
Okay, and so you will be offering lots of alternatives for folks to be able to plant in the shade.
Absolutely.
And do you have any of those alternatives here right now?
We don't have any of the alternatives here right now. This is kind of our early spring selection. Okay. Patients would probably start in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
All right, we'll get you back for that. So let's move on to these pretty little flowers over here. What do we have in front of us here, the nice purple ones?
Right in front of us here, we have this nice pack. These are Asiatic lilies, and we sell these in a stage that if you put them in the ground now, they'll do just fine.
That's great.
This nice big tag here shows you what color you can expect.
They're so pretty. They're the June bloomers. Those are really, really pretty. And then we have more pots over here.
Yep, so we've got some more petunias here. This is a nice petunia, kind of an Easter combo hanging basket here, 2 different colors. We've got some smaller petunias up here in front, and also some more snapdragons over there on the side. And
so anything that you want to plant in the garden where you would maybe plant some of these are more sun-loving plants, is that right? Okay. So for the shady plants, your gardens, if you did put impatiens there, you can put other things there. Your soil is not ruined.
Right. So the big things here, begonias are a great flower that are going to start in the next about 10 days. That's going to be a great replacement for impatiens. It can take blazing sun. It can take nice shade. It's very water tolerant. You don't need to water it every single day. Another great flower. All
right. And as far as petunias are concerned, the wave petunias, can we start getting those yet?
Yeah, those are going to start about the next week. So wave petunias are a great item for us. It's a really well-recognized branded name. They kind of crawl and spread out across your garden. You don't need to plant so many. They really take up space and spread out.
You know what I like to do with these planters too, a lot of times, is just take the hook right off and then break apart the plants.
You're a very well-educated garden consumer. That's what a lot of the more educated consumers will do that. A nice hanging basket like this. Also, you can take scissors even and clip off the hanger, and it makes a great deck planter on a walkway or your patio.
That's great. Lots of color, lots of things to think about for Easter. Thank you so much for coming in.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
You're going to leave a lot of this, right?
Absolutely.
Just teasing. Stay with us. John has another look at your weekend forecast when we come back. Perfect for planting.
Hi, I'm Pete Gilbert. Coming up in sports, we'll check in on